Today, we're going to look at three important metrics or formulas that you're going to face at work. So we have the variance, percentage increase, decrease, and finally the CAGR, which is the growth of your business. I'm going to explain to you what each formula or metric means, and we're going to calculate it in Excel. So let's go. Let's start with our first monster out of the three formulas, and it's the variance. You're going to face this at work a lot. They will ask you, what is the variance between A and B? For example, what is the variance between actual versus budget if you work in finance or accounting? It could be, for example, in sales, the variance between this year's sales and last year's sales. What does it mean? Well, it's the percentage change from one number to the other. Now, what is the formula for this? It's here. It's actual minus budget. This is simple. But here you have to divide by budget. A lot of people will make the mistake and divide by actual. This is not correct. You need by budget. So here, if you have, for example, A and B, variance between A versus B, it will be A minus B over B. Always, the number you are subtracting here has to be down. So if I try this formula here, I'm going to do equal. We're going to open parentheses, actual minus budget. This is the cell, close parentheses, divided by, now you know it, it's budget. So it's this cell. Press enter and you get 12.5%. So the variance between actual and budget is 12.5%, or actual is higher than budget by 12.5%. This is what it means. Now you can apply this to sales, for example. So I have sales last year and I have sales this year. And here, let's assume that I have 100 and 120, which is an easy number. So the variance is 20%. How do I calculate this? I open parentheses. I have 120 minus 100. We close parentheses, divided by 100. And here you get your 20%. So if it was 80 to 100, for example, and I just drag the formula, you can see that it has increased from 80 to 100, or 25%. Now, if you want to be fancy, we can simplify this formula. So I can cut it. It becomes actual divided by budget minus budget divided by budget. But this is 1, right? So it's actual over budget minus 1. We can try it here. Equal actual divided by budget minus 1. Here I'm not using parentheses. Why? Well, the division has preference over the subtraction. So first it will calculate C3 divided by B3, and then it will do minus 1. Press enter, 12.5%. So now you can use any of the two formulas. I'm going to use the fancy one. So I'm just going to do 37 divided by 25 minus 1. Here you don't have this over budget or over actual problem. You can just apply this formula, super simple, and you can just drag it down like this. You can see, for example, from 7 to 4, minus 42%. Let's go to the second one, increase, decrease. So here I have a number and I want to increase it by 10%, or another number and decrease it by 5%. You also have here 0.1, which is 10%. I can show you 0.1. If you go and change the format, this is 10%, and this is minus 5%. Now, if you come here and put 10, and you change the format just to show you, you get 1000%, which is wrong. You can just remove the zeros. I think it's time to look at the formula. So you have n, which is the number, plus n times the percentage. If I factor it, it becomes n times, open parentheses, 1 plus the percentage. We're going to use this one in this case. Let's go here, and we have the number, so 88, times, you open parentheses, 1 plus, and you have the 10%. Close parentheses, press enter, 96.8. I can drag this, and you can see here I get 23.75. What happened? 25 is here, and you have 1 plus minus 5%, which is 1 minus 5%, and it's 0.95. So 0.95 times 25, it gives you the result. So here we have decreased by 5%. And if you don't have them in percentage, doesn't matter, it will work as well. Last one is CAGR. So I'm going to read the definition, but it's like English literature. You're going to have a headache. So the CAGR, which is the compound annual growth rate, is the rate of return that would be required for investment to grow from its beginning balance to its ending balance, assuming the profit were reinvested. Very important, at the end of each period of the investment's lifespan. So practically, what does it mean? Well, I have here $100, for example. I'm going to invest those $100 at 10% every year, and let's see how much I'm going to have at the end of year 3. Once I have this, we're going to try to calculate the compound annual growth rate, or CAGR. And this, you will need it a lot at work, because they will ask you, what's the CAGR for the business? And you have to give an answer. So let's try. Let's assume that we have 10%. Here you'll have 100 times, we saw it in increase decrease, open parenthesis, 1 plus 10%. Close parenthesis, press enter, 110, super simple. Now what it assumes is the profits are reinvested. So here I made $10 more. I need to reinvest the $10 on top of the 100, which means I'm just going to do this times, open parenthesis, again, 1 plus 10%. Close parenthesis, press enter. So now you got $10 for your $100 that you had, and this $10 you reinvested, you got $1 more. So you have 110 plus $11. This is why you get 121. Now I'm gonna reinvest everything I have for year 3. So I can just drag the formula. You can see it. It's taking this number and multiplying it times 1 plus 10%. So you get 133. Now, if you saw here, the CAGR is 10% because I reinvested everything at 10% every year. But let me show you what people do, and you're gonna get baffled by the result. So people, when they calculate CAGR, they try to say, okay, so this is year 3. I'm just gonna divide it by 100. I get 1.331, right? And then I'm just gonna subtract 1. I get 33.1. And here I have 3 years. So I just divide this by 3. And what do you get? If you come here, you get 11%. But we grew it at 10%. So what happened? Well, this calculation is not correct. It doesn't follow the definition. So let me show you the correct calculation. Step number 1, you will do the same thing. Divide the end number by the beginning. So equal this number divided by 100. Press enter, you get the same thing. Here is the difference. You don't subtract 1. You take the result to the power 1 divided by years. What does it mean? So this is my result. You take it to the power, this is power, and you do 1 divided by the number of years, which is 3. And this assumes that you are reinvesting the profits, which is the CAGR definition. So we close parentheses, you get 1.1, subtract 1 from it, and you get your result. Now, if I want to combine everything, what would I do? Equal, open parenthesis. Step 1 is divide n by beginning. So this is n divided by beginning. Close parenthesis. To the power, which is step 2. Open parenthesis again. 1 divided by the number of years. So we have 3 years. Close parenthesis. And then you subtract 1. Press enter and you get your 10%.